Senate runoff in Georgia marks the end of a long campaign season. The 2022 midterm is the first general election since 2020, when 147 members of Congress objected to the results of the presidential election, despite no findings of widespread fraud.
Many of those election deniers themselves ran for re-election, some with support from major corporations based right here in Ohio. NBC4 Investigates Jamie Ostroff looked into which companies donated the most. I'm interested to hear what you found.
Yeah, sure, especially since after January 6, 2021, a number of Fortune 500 companies went out publicly and said they would be at least pausing campaign contributions to members of Congress who voted against certifying the presidential election. Well, then months later, a lot of those companies started donating again. Political science professor Suzanne Marilli helped me out with this report.
Political science professor Suzanne Marilli says it's important to know where corporations are spending their money on Capitol Hill.
They're the most active lobbyists. They're the most active with the pressure, and how they're contributing, to whom they're contributing, help us to get a sense of who's influencing the agenda.
Upon learning that many Fortune 500 companies donated to candidates who objected to the results of the 2020 presidential election months after pausing support, Marilli said,
"That's scary. That's, it's called getting off the hook too easily."
Ohio is home to multiple Fortune 500 companies. Using campaign finance data organized by ProPublica, I found out how much money went to the campaigns of election objectors. The most by far came from Findlay-based Marathon Petroleum. The company donated more than $300,000 to the campaigns of 54 objectors, accounting for a third of their political contributions. Akron-based Goodyear Tire and Rubber also spent about a third of their total contributions on objectors, giving $37,500 to 12 campaigns. Other Ohio corporations that donated to election-objecting candidates include Kroger, Procter & Gamble, American Electric Power, First Energy, Fifth Third Bancorp, and with only $4,500 across 4 campaigns, nationwide. In looking at this information, Marilli says it's important to keep in mind certain habits of corporate donors.
People may not realize this. They will often contribute to both candidates in a campaign, and they'll contribute more evenly when the races are closer. Incumbents get favored far more than challengers, and also chairs of committees in Congress.
Now, I did reach out to all of those companies to ask why the change and how much a vote against an accurate election result impacted their decision to support a given candidate. The only ones to provide any sort of comment were AEP, First Energy, and Nationwide. AEP says it contributes to candidates of both parties who support energy solutions. First Energy makes its donations through a PAC that is set up for its employees. That PAC resumed contributions in April of 2022 after review of its policies. And as for Nationwide, they just said their contributions align with the needs of their customers. I have the full breakdown on who donated what and why at NBC4i.com.